it's Renee, giving reviews every day. Unboxing this, trying that, click that card, it's back to back. Tamil finds also sweet, check it out, it's pretty neat. She tests, she tries, she keeps it real, honest vibes, that's the deal. Nothing but love, hey, that's Renee's way. Nothing but love, hey, giving reviews today. Hit that like, don't be shy, subscribe now, come say hi.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Renee's Reviews and 2 cents. I almost said worth, but I caught myself. I haven't been too long out of the shower, so I just have my hair kind of pulled back in a stick. It's still kind of wet. But Nikki invited me to do a collab with her, like she's been doing with a couple other people. If you have the same palette, you both use it and you show 2 different kind of looks. So she had sent me a friend mail package just a little bit ago, and one of the things she sent me was this Profusion palette, and we agreed to use this palette. I'm hoping this is the right one and it wasn't the pink one, but this is what it looks like. Beautiful colors. She didn't give any kind of restrictions, so I don't have to like do 3 on this row and 3 on the other rows like they've been doing, which is honestly really kind of, I mean, that's a challenge there, y'all. That's a challenge. Oh, and if you're returning here, thank you so much for returning, my angels. And if you are new here, welcome. Please stick around. I hope you like what you see, and you will be joining our angel family here. I said I was going to put up angel wings all over my makeup vanity for everybody who is a member, but I quickly come to realize there's not going to be enough room. There's just not. So I've ordered an angel background, and of course it is on pre-order, because I thought, oh, okay, I'll get it faster, because you know we're ordering from the warehouses, so I'll get it faster, and I can put it up, and I can start putting all my angels' names on it and give them all wings. But, you know, so I thought about ordering a second one, and I may go ahead and do that because I don't think the other one's going to be in anytime soon. So I may do that until the one that I really want comes in from pre-order, okay? So to start out, I'm going to show y'all how I do my fake lashes, okay? I thought about not doing them today because, you know, this is Saturday evening that I'm doing this, and I've already had my shower, and this is a pajama top, and yes, I do have a sports bra underneath it, so, you know, if it happens to fall, all you're seeing is my white sports bra. Because of the fact that, you know, really after I do all this, I'm going to be wiping it all off and, you know, re-moisturizing and everything. But I love my girl Nikki. I could have done this sooner, but I had some things that I had to get done. For the last 3 days, I have just been so busy. You just wouldn't believe it, all the things that I've done in the last couple of days. And just a little FYI, when I took a shower today, I did a complete exfoliation, okay? Because I do have the Cmon tanning lotion. So I knew I didn't want to put it on tonight and risk it, you know, damaging my sheets or whatever. So I'm going to try to do it tomorrow. I still haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do my back. But I'm going to let y'all go ahead and see. This is, you know, this is how white I am. You know, I'm pretty paper white. And tomorrow, hopefully, you're going to see a different color Renee. So let me show you how I do my lashes. And, you know, I probably have, I don't know, 20 pair of tweezers. And, of course, when I need a pair, I can't find a pair. That's why when I find them, you know, at a really good price, I usually buy more. So I may try to do this without tweezers because I sure don't see any sitting here at the table. I know there's probably some over there at my makeup desk, but guess what? I am not going to get up and go looking for them. So hopefully this will be as painless and as easy as it is for me. I haven't done lashes in a while simply because unless I'm really going somewhere or I'm filming or something, I just don't like to waste them, you know. I try to use my lashes a couple of times and at least. And, you know, the more you pull them on and off, the less likely it is you're going to get to wear them again. Now, these are the ones I bought. These are Ioni. I got these from the Dollar Tree. Everybody knows Ioni is from the Dollar Tree. And so I just kind of push them up, you know, with your fingers. Everybody knows how to take these off. And you have to be real, you know, easy with them. Simply because if you pull them too hard, you're gonna really mess them up. And then I take, and I do not have nails on, then I take and I wrap it around my finger, okay? Because it's got some stickiness to it. I just wrap it around my finger like this, you know, just for a few minutes, not even for a few minutes, for a few seconds to kind of get that, you know, straightness out of it. So now, you know, it looks more like this, which is going to fit on my eye a little better. And then I always look to see, and these do, they have that little extra white piece of the band that's just a poke hazard. And I go ahead and I trim that off, both sides, trying not to cut the lashes. But I don't have my glasses on, so hopefully we can just snip those right off. And we did. And now I'm just going to bend them again. And I'm going to see, well, I'm not going to be able to use that. I'm going to do it like this, and I hope y'all can see. I'm going to see if these are going to be too long or just right. Okay. Now, they're really not too long if you want to wear them with that big of a dramatic effect. But I don't want that much lash in the corner part of my lash. So I'm going to count over 2 spaces because these are space lashes. So I counted over 2 spaces. 2 spaces. And now here's what I've been trying to tell you guys, and I don't think I've ever shown it on actual camera. This is how I put my lashes on. I know that you can do it underneath the way, excuse me, the way that Trisha does it, and I do want to try that, and I have, I don't know, 6 boxes over there, and none of them are pre-glued. I don't understand how I bought all these lashes that none were pre-glued. And I'm kind of scared to put glue on them and then stick them up there. I don't know. But this is what I do. I put my glue on top of my lash line, right where I want my lashes to be. Okay, so we're just gonna just move it over in a straight line, just like we were if we were, you know, putting on eyeliner or something. We're just gonna move them over, and it's okay. You can wipe them off with your finger if you get some in your lashes, but really if you're wanting them to stay a while, and by a while I mean like 3 or 4 days, just, you know, I wouldn't leave a big gloop of glue on my lash. But if you get a little glue on your lash, it's okay, because it's actually going to help them stay longer, okay? So I'm going to keep going, and I just keep moving along right there where my lashes would go, wiping off any glue that gets on my lashes. And I make sure, just like when you're, you know, you're doing your eyeliner, that you get it all even. And I believe we've got it even now. And I always add a little extra to the corners where everybody has the most trouble. And yes, I'm going to take that gloop that I got right there on my eyelashes off. Now I'm going to take my eyelashes, and my fingers are sticky because I use my fingers instead of tweezers. So I know I brought some powder over. I did. And powder is going to be your best friend. So I'm just going to dip my fingers in my powder so my fingers aren't sticky. And I'm just going to lay these right on top of where I wanted them. I don't know if y'all can see them, but then I just put them down exactly where I want them. There's no waiting on the glue to dry. There's no, you know, waiting on the tackiness or anything. You just pick them up and place them where you want them. And I'm having trouble because my finger was sticky. This is a lot easier if I had the butt of my tweezers. But I just lay them down where I want them. And these are long, y'all. Really, really long. Can y'all see how long those are? I mean, they are like super long. And then I dab my finger into my powder, and I just go in there and I set the glue. I just, you know, set it so it's not tacky. I move, you know, anything down that I may need to move down, because I can move it without worrying about, you know, it getting anywhere. And I'll even go up here. I'll put some powder up here, which is okay because, you know, you can, I'm going to be putting eyeshadow on. So I'm really, you know, killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. I'm powder, you know, priming my eye and my eyelashes on. Now, that might have seemed a little, you know, I don't know, maybe difficult. I don't know. Maybe you thought, you know, well, it's easier for me to put it on the band. Hey, do what works for you. I never could really get a good grip on my eyelashes doing them, you know, with the band and having to blow and wait and then put them on and try to move them around. I just, you know, I don't know. Call me crazy, call me clumsy, I don't know. But I went ahead and cut the 2 spaces off of this one. And again, I'm just going to wrap it around my finger so it has, and this one's not going to stick as good because I already have powder on my finger. So I'm just going to, you know, hold it for a few minutes, just a couple of seconds to get, you know, to get some of that straightness out of it. So it, you know, it wants to bend. And I'm going to go in again with my clear glue. And I always do this before my actual eyeshadow. So again, I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to lay my brush where I want my eyelashes to be. See how you get a nice clean, and you don't have to, God, I'm sweating. And you don't have to wait for the glue to dry and do all that. And like I said, on the ends and on the center, I always try to put just a little extra because we all know that's where they start coming off first. And then again, I'm just going to dip my fingers in the powder just to keep from them sticking to anything. And I'm just going to go in there and lay them down. And I'm going to push them exactly where I want them. Push them up. I'm going to set them with powder. I know y'all see all that powder and y'all think, oh crap. No, don't, because we have a ton of brushes and we can easily dust all that off, and that powder will not be seen again. And you just push everything where you want it, and now you got your lashes on. And there's no waiting, there's no, you know, waiting on them to dry or whatever. And I just, you know, like I said, I just go ahead and dust the powder on my eyes. And now if you know, you do it the way it works best for you. This is just one of the ways it works best for me, okay? I mean, I've been doing it that way for a while, and if I had my tweezers, I could have done it twice as fast. So just using my fingers, I think they look all right. Everything's down. This one is, I mean, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. I don't know how well they're showing up on camera, but they're pretty. And you're seeing a lot of the powder, and that's because we haven't started our eyelashes. I mean, our actual eyeshadow. So that's why I do it before. So we're gonna take this, and y'all, I should have been already tried 2 or 3 looks with this palette to see what was the best, because sitting here right now, I have zero idea what I'm gonna do. Zero. I hope this is the one that we picked and it wasn't the pink one. If it was, forgive me, I'd already took my meds last night, Nikki, on y'all's lives. When you said pick one, I think I said the green one. I'm not sure, but this palette is compliments of Nikki to me as a gift, as a friend, and I love her dearly. I love all of her videos. And if y'all don't know Nikki from Happy Hauls, what have y'all been doing? I mean, really, what have you been doing if you don't know Nikki from Happy Hauls? She's constantly posting, and she's constantly giving you new content. So, she will definitely be linked below. So, you know what? Give my girl some love. I know her channel is so much larger than mine, so everybody that's here probably already knows her. But if you happen not to know her and you like makeup hauls and Temu hauls and all different kinds of makeup looks, she loves Jeffree Star, so she does a lot of Jeffree Star. She does a lot of collabs with other people who have Jeffree Star palettes. So, yeah, so let's see what look she come up with, and I'm hoping we're doing the same palette. I think I'm gonna go in here first as just as a like just as a base. So let me get my mirror because I don't want to use the monitor as my mirror. And like I said, I have no earthly idea of what I'm doing here. This is not usually the color I would pick to go all over the eye, but this is the one I picked, so we're going with it, y'all. We're going with it, and we're gonna see how well this turns out, because it looks like I'm gonna have yellow eyeballs up here. So let's see. All right, so it is. It's really mustardy colored, y'all. But we can work with that, you know. We can work with it. There's no telling what we might end up with before it's over. So we have this kind of like a dark, deep mustardy color going on first. So I know it's definitely not going to match any of my clothes. But we have, let me grab this for you. We got enough brushes right here, and that's not half, probably half, not even half of what I own. But we got enough brushes that if we wanted to try every color in this palette, we probably could. For some reason, I don't know, this purpley, this is a sparkle or a shimmer. Let's see. It's definitely, what do y'all think? More of a shimmer? Yeah, it's more of a shimmer, or this green. Oh, look at that. That's intense. So, So which one to go with this? I'm not quite sure. All right, let's try, if we went with that, let's try, we needed a transitional shade. I think I'm gonna go in with this color, and it doesn't have them on the back, and it doesn't have them on the tab, and they're not red on here, so sorry. I think I'm gonna go in with this, and I'm gonna go in real light-handed to see. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand a little bit, and then we're gonna just go right above our crease here. So what are we gonna get when we mix these two colors? Okay, that's not too bad, right? So again, because see where I dabbed it off, so I don't go in too heavy-handed and have this, you know, this area that I'm gonna have to blend out for 30 minutes here. So we're just gonna put this on, blend it up a little bit above my natural crease. Oh, y'all can't see me at all, right? Maybe I should turn to the side. We're gonna blend it up a little bit. You know, blow it out some. And I can never get both of my eyes blown out at the same height. Because, you know, everybody knows you have one eye's bigger than the other one. So I have to try to look to see what needs to be blown out some more so it doesn't have that, you know, that line or that streak in it. I think I still need to blow out up here some more. So the yellow doesn't look so yellow anymore. These two colors kind of really mixed well. I think I got something right there. This freaking Ioni lash has a real heavy spot right there that's really bothered me. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and keep working with this, and we're gonna do some liner over that, so it's not gonna be that big of a deal. All right. Let's see if we can just go. Okay. Let's see if we can just go back in there and just take off any lines, any rough spots, and blend and blend. Okay. So, yeah. So, we've left our actual eyelids bare. And now, what are we going to use for our eyelid, y'all? With these two colors. I mean, these are pretty neutral. So we could just pop something on there and really make it like stand out. Or we could go with something more muted and do an everyday look. But we're playing, right? So, what do you say if we try something maybe a little daring? Do you think those look okay so far? I mean, I really can't see it in the viewfinder, but let's see what we're working with here. So, what if we went with a real pretty blue and packed a blue? Because we have this blue or this purple. See, we got the purple and we got the blue. Purple goes better with brown eyes. So let's get a packing brush and let's see what happens, okay? So we're loading our brush right now, and I'm just gonna tap to see how, I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm just doing it on the back of my hand to see what it's gonna look like. All right, I'm not sure if that's the one I want to go with or not. Let me try a different packing brush and try this centered one, which I think we would need some Fix Plus or something, or maybe not. Look at that, y'all. Y'all want to do that on the eyelids? I'm literally picking it back up off of the back of my hand. So I don't have my little things to go under my eyes, so I'm, you know, I might look like I'm coming from the strip club after we get through with this. But let's see. Let's just try to pack this on just the eyelids. And I may have to do it with my finger. But I want a really sharp line right here. Okay, what do y'all think? I love this packing one because it's got that point on it to where you can really get it in your corners, and you don't, you know, if I had some Fix Plus or even some I can't think of the name I'm looking for. What is it? The stuff that you put on when you're putting on glitter. Golly, I can't think of it, and I know y'all are probably screaming it at me. That, like, the glitter glue, like, but that's not the name of it. I want to get that, like I said, that really sharp line and not go above. I think I need some more right along here. Now this looks like we going out, y'all. This definitely looks like we going out, and we got to get in that corner. I got to really load up the tip end of my brush, get in these corners. It's not wanting to pick it up. I may have to wet my brush. Let me see if I can wet my brush. Yeah. Okay, so I've wet my brush a little bit. Let's see if that helps. I keep forgetting y'all can't see with a black back to a mirror held up to your face. Okay, we didn't have too much fallout. That's good. And I'm really hoping, I just now remembered I put one of those privacy screens on my phone. And I am hoping that it is not messing up with the lighting. So, Yeah, so I'm just gonna, blend a little bit. I'm not gonna try to touch that down there. And I'm gonna just wipe this. Here we go with my black eyeliner. Is this my black eyeliner? Nope, it's not. Please tell me I have one over here. If not, I'm gonna have to pause you guys and go over there and get one. My apologies. Nope, I have one. Yay! So I'm just gonna try to go over the top of my band to get everything blended in. And I have to do this easy because of the fact that these are skippers. I hate skippers. And I used to love them, but not anymore. Do I want to try to do a wing? No, but I'm not going to go down either. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to go on top. Again, sorry, y'all. And then I'm on the top line. This is definitely turning out to be like a 90s look. That is what I'm seeing in the mirror, is a 90s look of somebody who don't know what they're doing with their makeup. So let me get a little smudging brush. A real fine smudging brush would be excellent about now. And I only have 15 brushes laying here or more. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal to smudge this all out. Maybe pull out a little wing, because these lashes are so long. Smudge this one out. Come up with a little wing. Smudge it completely out. Oh, look, I have two black eyes here in a minute. I think it looks like I have two black eyes, doesn't it? So you know what? We're gonna put some more glitter on, because I think we lost some of our glitter effect. And we may go just a tad bit higher this time, because we did lose that. So we're going to try to a little bit more here. And then I think we're going to go, make sure we don't have any fallout everywhere. We have a little, not much. Not much, and that speaks to this palette, really. Okay, I think we need something more at the top here. What colors? What's color? Oh, I do have glitter on my clothes. Oh, shoot, that broke. Ugh, I hate that. What should we do, y'all? We gotta have some color. We gotta have some color. I'm really wanting to dip my brush in this fuchsia pink. Should we try it, y'all? Now, this is just a fun, you know, a fun little thing, you know. This isn't trying to be a makeup tutorial or whatever. But I'm going to dab it on my hand. Well, I'm going to dab it right here. Can you see it? It almost looks more like a blush, doesn't it? That'd probably be a really pretty blush. I may be using that as a blush. So I don't know if I want to use that color. Let me see. But I feel like our eyes are so dark. We need to, like, lighten them up with something transitional. We definitely need something for up here that's light. And there's not anything in this palette that is light enough. There's just not. And I don't know what to do. Okay, let's try this really light. Let's try this yellow up here and see. It's gonna be yellow. Yeah. I really don't like that. But now I have to do it on the other side. Okay. I don't know. I think we need some more blending before we decide what we're gonna actually do. This is turning out into like a 90s club, old-fashioned. Makes me think of Flashdance, when those girls were dancing on stage with all their colors on and their darkness. Okay, you know what? We're going in with the purple. We're just gonna do it. This isn't a how-to video. This is a have fun with this palette video. So, you know what? We're just gonna go in with the purple and see what happens. And I'm gonna, again, dab off to see. And it's not extremely pigmented, so I don't have to worry about going in with a heavy hand. Matter of fact, I'm not getting any color off of it hardly. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna wet my brush. Okay, I wet my brush. Let's see what we get now. Oh yeah, wetting your brush is a game changer. All right, so we're gonna go in with the purple now, y'all. I don't even know what that was. Oh, I like this purple. I really, really do. This is what I'm going to bring down underneath. So let me get the other side done while my brush is still good and wet. The purple did have quite a bit of fallout, but that's okay. We can just wipe it away, and then we're gonna go in excuse me, and we're gonna blend. We're gonna blend out. I don't know where I'm getting all these fuzzies from. Blend out and see what we can get. Okay, now we're going to go in with that same purple, and we're going to bring it down at the bottom, and I'm going to wet one of my pencil brushes, and drag it down underneath here. Let's see. You can really tell that's purple when it's under the eye as to opposed on top of the eye. Now this is definitely, to me, not a daytime look. Probably if I had more lighting and it wasn't, you know, in the evening when it's already dark, maybe I would have went with lighter colors, but no, not really. I mean, because I didn't have much of a choice when it come. Well, I could have went with pinks and purples, but a lot of these colors are they don't look like it, but they are, you know, they're darker colors. There's only a couple, 3 or 4, you know, and we use that one in the middle to choose from. And I just pulled off the sleeve, and it does have the colors on them. So if you want to get one of these, it does have them, but I don't have my readers on. So, all right, so now we're gonna try to wipe some of that fallout out. I'm just gonna dip my brush in that powder to try to pull out some of those sparkles that are not supposed to be there without catching all the wrinkles underneath my eyes. You know, I think this is a pretty look for, you know, like going out. You know, if you're, you know, going out somewhere like really fancy and you wanted to really play up your eyes. But let's do the eyebrows. And then we'll do the mascara and see how it all looks in the end, okay? So, like I said, this was not a tutorial to show you how. This was me having fun with an extremely good friend's palette that she sent me, and just sitting down, not knowing what I was going to do with it, and having fun. So, that's what we did. So let's get these over here. It was hot here today, y'all. I don't know if it's been hot all weekend where y'all have been, but it has been really, really hot here. And air conditioner humming as high as it will hum, and you can still just, it's just not enough. I think these units actually need bigger units. I think these apartments need bigger units in them, air conditioner units in them. But give me just a second here. Okay. I'm hoping you didn't see that. Okay. Y'all, I've got so much friend mail to go out. But it's just like, ugh. The cost of shipping now is unbelievable. Alright, I'm just using this Great Lash because, to be real honest, it was the first one I picked up. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't want this to be an hour-long video just doing 2 eyes, no blush, no foundation, no nothing. But it's ended up being that. And if you're still here, thank you so much. Thank you. And if you're disappointed in the look, I'm sorry. I am. I tried. I'll work with the palette, and I promise I'll get better. It's just that, you know, I didn't have a clue what I was going to do. And that's on me, because I've had the palette a while, and I'm sorry if Renee's going to be in her house all day, which I have a lot of social anxiety, so I don't go a lot of places. And when I don't go anywhere, y'all, I do not put on makeup and do all this stuff. See how long these lashes are? Can y'all see where they come up to once I put the little bit of mascara on them? And they're not budging. They're not going anywhere. They'll be here in the morning unless I take some anti-glue and put them on tonight to take them off, you know. So yeah, so I think it turned out decent. It may not be the best in the world that I can do. I mean, I used to be able to do makeup, you know, really, really well, to the point where people would ask me to do their makeup. But, you know, that's been years ago. And with a little effort on my part, and, you know, not being a stranger to the colors I need and different things, I could still, you know, really be that good, but, you know, this was a brand new palette to me, and it was a challenge to see what kind of look I could come up with, and this is what we got. So, can y'all see how long? I don't know. You can see it from right here. Look how long that is. Talking about some long lashes once you put a little mascara on. And yep, I put mascara on my my false lashes. I want them to blend with my regular lashes. So, I mean, everybody's going to know their false lashes, but I still like for them to blend together and, you know, have that full effect. Okay, so we did our bottoms. One more bottom, y'all, and at 55.55, we're almost through. Nikki, I hope you like this look, girl. I love you to death. I hope I got the right palette. If I didn't, I'll remake the video. I'll leave this one up, and I'll use the other Profusion palette you sent me. And I'll do it again and see. But this time I might actually do a practice run first. This is no practice, y'all. None whatsoever. I've never used this palette before. I'd never even seen it before. Nikki sent it to me. Like I said, she was, so you can see all the makeup on my counter, on my thing here. She was sweet enough to send it to me. And the other one is this pink one here. And I was debating on whether we were supposed to do the pink one or this one. This one is absolutely beautiful. Look at those. Now, you will need like a glitter primer for these, I think. But again, there's no like white or any kind of, you know, something to line this with. I have this laying here, and this is not part of this. This is the finished eye look, okay? But if I had, you know, if I were gonna wear this look out, I would definitely, if I can get this open, I would definitely put some white up here. Let me get my mirror so I'm not using, I would, you know, do like a, I would line, I picked too small of a brush, I think. I would line this more with the white. So you could see more of the arch in my eyebrow. And y'all see how I don't know how I got that there, but I don't touch that when that happens. I wait for it to dry, and then I use a spoolie, and I just take the spoolie and scratch it off, and it doesn't scratch off my makeup, it doesn't smudge, it doesn't do all that stuff. You know, I have a really soft spoolie here. I'm not sure how dry that is, but I don't know. Yeah, you can see. So see, I took that spoolie and took it right off. and I didn't have to, you know, smudge my look or whatever. But I really hope you can see these. I do have a lot of glitter right here that seems to have fallen out, and but I do have those things that catches glitter. I just didn't bring them over with me because I really didn't know that I was going to be using the glitter. So there you go, y'all. Up close and personal. You can see my damaged forehead. It almost looks like I should be a member of the Harry Potter Club, right? If I ever get to making money off, you know, the internet, I'm going to have this fixed. Because this muscle is, you know, it's cut right here, so it's down when it should be up. You know, I want to get it all up. I'd like to get all this up. But, yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I love you, Nikki. I love you for sending me this. Not just for sending me this, but I love you for a million reasons. And you know, I love you for a million more. So, for everybody who stuck around for the final look, let me know. And don't be shy. If you think I should have went with other colors, or you think, you know, look at those lashes. Those are impressive, though. If you, you know, I apologize for my hair. Like I said, it's still wet. I've just got it pulled up with an actual pin. Just curled up with my finger, stuck a pin in it. But, yeah, so let me know what you think, you know. How did I do picking up a new eyeshadow palette for the first time and just going at it? So, thank you all for watching. Please remember, hit that subscribe, that thumbs up, give me a comment, even if it's emoji. You know, YouTube has really got fickle about their algorithms and pushing your videos out. And unless you're engaging with the creator, you don't get pushed out. So it is so important that you engage. I mean, people may never see my video other than the ones who are subscribed. So please subscribe, share it with your friends and family, you know, let them know, you know. I usually do hauls. I usually don't do get readies with me simply because I don't want to scare people. But thank you so much for watching. This was an hour to do an eye look, and it was, you know, way too long. It took me way too long, and I still need to blend this out. And if I was wearing it out, I would. But I'm going to go for now. And thank you again for watching. And until next time, nothing but love.